Two directors talk about Star Wars.
That sounds good.
Yeah. It is a big deal to a lot of people. It affects people in different ways, and this is your story, so.
What I was interested in examining were the Sith. The master-apprentice dynamic. If the apprentice is craving the master's power, then at some point he must recruit his apprentice to overthrow the master.
Yeah.
And I had to do that with Acolyte for sure. My agreement with myself was whenever it overwhelms you that you're doing your dream. My agreement with myself.
My agreement with myself.
I'm
retarded?
After seeing all the promotional material for the new Star Wars show, The Acolyte, I'm sure we can all agree that Leslie Headland wanted to make a TV series focused on good writing and compelling characters, while remaining faithful to the original Star Wars universe in a humble attempt to make all fans, both new and old, fall back in love with the franchise.
Ask you both because this is, I would say, arguably the gayest Star Wars, I think, by a considerable margin. And are you excited about that? Are you bracing yourself? Not the gayest Star Wars. Not the. It's pretty gay. Let's be honest. Leslie, how do you feel?
Am I gay? Yes.
Well, no, I know you are gay, but I'm asking, are you excited about putting this, this is going to be a talking point.
Is it going to be a talking point?
I'm sure some.
Because nerds are gay.
Well, some nerds are very not gay and are very threatened by gay
Well, that's
stuff.
true. But in my world, nerds are gay.
Okay. Was this the fun element of...
No, I don't think so. And yet people have told me that it's the gayest Star Wars, and I frankly...
You're offended?
Into it. No.
I think that Star Wars is so gay already.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen the fits? We'd be like, look how gay this is, and then send each other a reference photo.
And are you telling me, with a straight face, that C-3PO is straight?
They're a couple. That's what I think. But this is more outward.
I think it's canon that R2-D2 is a lesbian.
You're an idiot.
This woman, whose head looks like 20 hamburger patties stacked on top of each other, may have just created the most radioactive can of shit that could have come out of Lucasfilm. The first 2 episodes are guaranteed to cause erectile dysfunction. And although those are the only 2 that I've seen so far, I'm sure by the end of the season I'll be seeing my therapist and doing everything I can to fight against the urge to drink. And you might ask, if it's that bad, then why are you watching it? Well, my good friend, it's because I have a heart of gold, and I decided that I would at least watch episodes 1 and 2 for you guys, so that you don't have to. Of course, before we get into the episodes, if you're a fan of my content and would like to help support the channel, then please consider hitting the like button and the subscribe button, as well as hitting the bell icon to be notified whenever my new videos drop. It's completely free, and all you have to do is create a YouTube account, which is also free. I cover movies, anime, TV shows, and a little bit of gaming from time to time, and I try to upload videos at least once a week. Right now, my goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year, and with your help, I think I can do it. But with all of that out of the way, let's dive head first into this pool of menstrual blood called the Acolyte.
Darth Vader is such a bad person. It's very clear, and it's very well established from those actions. But if you can't look and see that Anakin blowing up the Death Star possibly killed millions and millions of people. I mean, Anakin blowing up the Death Star.
Hold your fire. There's no life forms aboard.
Hold your fire? What are we, paying by the laser now?
You don't do the budget, Terry. I do.
The Acolyte's budget was $180 million and will have 8 episodes, and these first 2 being released together, and all following episodes being released every Tuesday night, until either the series ends or God causes Armageddon in order to save us from the present evil age of Disney. Episode 1 starts off with this gay intro that we've seen in other Star Wars D+ series, followed by a text overlay that reads, 100 years before the rise of the Empire, it is a time of peace. The Jedi Order and the Galactic Republic have prospered for centuries without war, but in the dark corners of the galaxy, a powerful few learn to use the Force in secret. One of them, a lone assassin, risks discovery to seek revenge. We then see empowered assassin of color showing up in Ueda. She goes into a pub and walks up to a table of aliens sitting with a strong female Jedi Matrix lady. And then the funniest thing I've ever seen happens.
We have unfinished business. Attack me.
Thankfully, one of the only good things that happen in this episode is the response of the aliens sitting at the table. Strong female Jedi says that she doesn't want to fight, and so empowered assassin of color starts attacking the guys around the table, which prompts strong female Jedi to engage her. This fight sucked. Assassin of color has the strength of the Hulk with infinite throwing daggers, yet in spite of all that, she's still no match for a strong female Jedi, but ends up killing her anyway because strong female Jedi had to save this retarded looking alien, and apparently, in spite of being a Jedi, she couldn't force stop one dagger while using her lightsaber to reflect another. I guess multitasking is her weakness. We then see diverse assassin of color waking up inside of a ship, except it's not her. It's just someone who looks exactly like her. This chick, named Ocean or something like that, has the job of a droid and repairs the outside of ships. As she's working, a few Jedi show up, and it's the guy who thinks Anakin was the one who blew up the Death Star. Oh, and he's with this bug-looking girl who's his Padawan, but don't worry, she's not going to be important as she doesn't show up after a few more scenes, and I didn't see her in episode 2 either. So it turns out that Ocean, or whatever her name was, used to be a Jedi, but only got in because of affirmative action, of course, but had to drop out because she couldn't let go of the past, or something like that. We'll get to it. Jedi Dingle Dong tells her that she matches the description of an empowered assassin of color who just killed a Jedi, so they arrest her and throw her on a transport ship. A different ship that they're not even on. Why wouldn't they just escort her back themselves? Don't know. Back on Coruscant, diverse Asian Jedi is teaching a class of diverse children, one of which is a pyromaniac.
Excellent.
I see fire. It grows larger. It consumes anything that tries to stop it.
And then the ugliest woman I've ever seen walks into the room. Why can't women be beautiful anymore? Why do they all have to be these androgynous planks that consider it sinful to smile around men and even fix themselves up a little bit? I mean, I'm sure Hamburger Head can see herself in these ugly goblin dykes, but god damn, I guess you have to work overtime to avert that male gaze, huh? The Goblin King tells Chinese Jedi that Ocean killed a strong female Jedi. And back at the prison transport ship, we get our first white guys. Hey! Now, maybe I'm just a far right-wing, German, Aryan, conspiracy theorist, racist, yada yada, but I couldn't help but notice that the first time we see white dudes, they just happen to be criminals inside prison cells and are all horrible people. But I'm sure Hamburger Head didn't do that on purpose, right? The white male prisoners, alongside my high school science teacher, plan on breaking out and ask Ocean if she wants to join them. She believes in the Jedi and so turns them down. Not long after that, they break out and use an escape pod to get off the ship. There's one white guy left, and so Ocean tries to save him, only for him to freak out, push her aside, and takes the only remaining escape pod before she can get in. She crash lands on a planet covered in ice and snow. Back on Coruscant, diverse Japanese Jedi is told that ocean water survived, and they've somehow also rounded up the criminals that escaped the ship. How? I mean, they're there inside the Jedi HQ. They were hunted down and rounded up, but Ocean is still unconscious on that planet her ship crashed on. Them escaping literally just happened. How much of a time jump did we just see? How long has ocean water been unconscious on this frozen planet? Don't know. Goblin King tells diverse Vietnamese Jedi to take his Padawan insufferable child alongside Dingle Dong to find ocean water, and they're off. Back on this frozen planet, Ocean sees someone who runs away. And we're right back on Coruscant, where we get this pointless scene of Dingle Dong without a shirt. And 2 seconds later, we're back on the frozen planet. The editing in the show sucks, by the way. I guess because it's so boring and still, they have to keep switching back and forth between different places to make you think a lot's going on, even though it's not. So, Ocean has a dream where she sees her twin sister as they were when they were kids, and she then wakes up. Back on the ship, insufferable child has a conversation with Asian persuasion Jedi about diverse ocean water. Can I just take a second and cut out all the bullshit here? I mean, can I just do this, okay? A lot of this we're gonna find out in the next episode, but whatever. Okay, so basically, what's going on here, through all the BS, on some ghetto planet in the hood, far, far away, 4 Jedis, including Chinese Jedi, strong woman Jedi, a white guy with a snake eye Jedi, and, believe it or not, a Wookiee Jedi, show up on Ocean's planet. Ocean's sister, strong diverse assassin of color, kills her 2 lesbian moms, burns their house to the ground, and these 4 Jedi have something to do with it. That's why Black Assassin, Force User, Diverse Colored Person is trying to kill these people. Or something like that. Honestly, guys, I was doing like 7 other things while I was watching this. I'm sorry. I was doing like 7 other things while I was watching these episodes because I just couldn't be bothered. But that's really just about the gist of it. So, to conclude episode 1, Panda Express Jedi, Dingle Dong, and Insufferable Child Jedi show up to Ice Planet, and Ocean says, "I didn't do it." An Asian Jedi believes her. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention, Japanese Jedi used to be Ocean's master. Oops, my bad. And so, she teams up with the gang, and the final scene is of diverse colored assassin speaking to some idiot with a red lightsaber. Well, guys, are you still with me? Because we have episode 2 to go through. Oh, God. Power through. Power through. We can do this, okay? Stick with me. So, on some backwater planet named Olega, in a galaxy even farther away from the train wreck we're used to, Black Assassin female pays a child to distract a robot guarding the local Jedi temple so that she can sneak in and confront White Man Jedi, who's in some kind of force meditation ritual that apparently he's been in for 10 years now. And we get yet another hilarious line.
We have unfinished business.
Attack me. Turns out he cares about her about as much as most Star Wars fans care about the show. After failing to break into his safe space, Diverse Assassin leaves. Back on the ship, Ocean, and again, I don't think that's her actual name, but I care so little about this show that I don't even care to be bothered to do a Google search, and so we're just going to call the good twin Ocean from now on. So Ocean Water and Insufferable Child have a chat about something, and Asian Samurai Jedi has a chat with Dingle Dong Jedi about Anakin blowing up the Death Star. Japanese Jedi tells the Goblin King about Ocean's twin, and she tells him that another attack has happened on another planet. The incident where Diverse Assassin just tried to kill White Man Jedi with a snake eye. The Goblin King tells Samurai Jedi to investigate and to take Ocean Spring water with them. Sorry. The Goblin King tells Samurai Jedi to investigate and to take Ocean Spring water with them. For some reason, Dingle Dong really doesn't trust Ocean Water, and even after she's basically been freed of her charges, he's still complaining. Whatever happened to his Padawan anyway? Assassin of Color Strong Woman meets up with her accomplice, Asian Ezra Miller. Now, stay with me here as I try to explain what happens next. She gives him a pouch, which has some poison herb named Putang or something like that. We learn later in the episode that Ocean recognizes the herb and knows it's from their planet. So Black Assassin gives Asian Ezra Miller this pouch, and he takes it, mixes it with orange juice, and gives it back to her so that she can use it to poison White Man Jedi. So why did she need his help to do that? This herb is from her own planet. Isn't she an assassin? Shouldn't she be able to mix a simple poison? Don't know. Oh, but don't worry, it gets better. She goes back to the Discount Jedi Temple, the one she just broke into and everyone was alerted before, but still has no problem breaking in a second time. She then walks up to White Jedi's safe space, places the poison bottle on the ground, and says, "Confess your crime to the Jedi Council, or receive the forgiveness you're seeking right now." So, in other words, White Man Jedi felt so bad about whatever happened on Ghetto Planet far, far away 10 years ago that he ended up taking a vow of silence and has been floating in this spot ever since. Black Diverse Assassin tells him to drink the poison, and guess what? He opens his eyes, says he thought they were doing the right thing, and then drinks the poison right up, and it kills him. Yeah. Do you guys remember when, Jedi used to be cool and wise and cunning and awesome? Yeah, me too. So, anywho, back outside, the Four Stooges show up, and we get a better look at this child in the daytime. And god damn, this is one ugly kid. And look at this fat Jedi. What the hell are you doing, dude? Do they not have a gym in a galaxy far, far away? Don't know. But Body Positivity Jedi leads the group to White Man Snake Eye Jedi. But Ocean feels the presence of her sister and breaks off from the group. Somehow, she finds White Man Jedi first, even though Body Positivity Jedi was just leading them all right to them. She finds him anyway, and she finds his dead body on the ground. And so the rest of them walk in the room, and they think that she's the one who killed him. Dingle Dong shows up and says it wasn't her. This guy's name is Yord, by the way. So, after all this retardation, they come up with a plan. Since there was poison, then they think it has something to do with the local alchemist. And Body Positivity Jedi notices that the regular alchemist isn't running the shop. They decided to send an Ocean to impersonate Diverse Assassin in order to try and get a confession out of Asian Ezra Miller and catch Diverse Assassin. To make a long and stupid story short, it works, and they catch Diverse Assassin. Except she gets away and it was all for nothing. There is another fight with diverse female assassin, colored, and samurai Jedi, and it's basically the exact same fight that she had with strong female Jedi in the first episode, but this time nobody died. Back on the ship, the Goblin King tells diverse Vietnamese Jedi to return to the Council, and both Asian Ezra Miller and colored assassin Black go leave the planet in search of the remaining fourth Jedi, the Wookiee Jedi. And we see a quick scene of the Wookiee Jedi using the Force, and that's the end of episode 2. So, I mean, what can I say? These 2 episodes were painful to get through. I mean, painful. I'm literally suffering for you guys. Is anyone other than content creators even watching this? Well, as bad as these 2 episodes were, from what I've heard through the grapevine, episode 3 is even worse. It's just so bland and boring so far. This is really what you get whenever you have someone in charge that not only doesn't care about anything Star Wars, but also just wants to use the popular IP to push their own agenda. And what's so stupid about this whole thing is that it ends up only hurting the agenda they so desperately want to push. What I mean is that if you want to push diversity and inclusion and all of the other LGBT++ godless modernity BS, then you have to still make good content. Because if what you put out is crap and no one is interested in it, then even if you do believe in all of the crap, it's only going to hurt your cause. Because all the things you're trying to push are associated with a crappy TV show. When you use Star Wars as nothing more than a Trojan horse to push progressive propaganda, you alienate all the original fans and end up destroying the entire franchise, while simultaneously cutting the legs out of whatever political agenda you're pushing. It's literally a lose-lose situation. But when you have retards like Hamburger Head running things, this is the end result. Activists are the blind following the blind. Their woke religion gives them tunnel vision, and there's no amount of truth, consequences, or anything else in reality that's going to change their minds. Because in their minds, what they're doing is morally good. They're the good guys, and they can burn Hollywood, our culture, the franchises we love, and our world to the ground. But the ends will always justify the means, because they're on the side of morality and social justice. And make no mistake, that's all this is. One giant circle jerk of a bunch of morally bankrupt zealots utilizing entertainment that you and I used to love to prop themselves up on a man-made pedestal so that they can look down at the rest of us peasants and say, "Look how great and good I am." They don't care about you or me, and they definitely don't care about Star Wars. They only care about the narcissist they see in the mirror. But what do you guys think? Did you watch episodes 1 and 2? And if so, what'd you think of them? Should I cover episode 3? And if so, do you think I should cover the rest of the series? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And if you're a fan of my channel, then please consider hitting the like and subscribe buttons in order to support it. It really does go a long way. And of course, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching this episode, and have a great freaking day.